So you're probably here because you've seen many AI models online on Instagram, just scrolling through, and you've seen many viral reels from AI models, and you're wondering if it's actually a legitimate business model where you can actually make money from it. And the answer is yes. These people out there with these AI models on Instagram and other social media platforms are most likely making thousands a month simply because all they do is market their AI model and monetize it through an online platform subscription service such as OnlyFans. So this is going to be a complete guide on how you can get started with AI models and replicate the success of all them models what you see out there potentially making thousands per month. First of all, who am I, right? I'm Ryan. I've been in AI models for over a year, right? So I've got all the experience, I've made all the mistakes, and I've learned from all them lessons to actually make the best AI OFM service possible. So step number one is actually picking the niche and profiling your model, right? This is a very important step, and I like to do it before actually generating anything about my model and learning anything else, right? So what I would recommend for you to do is actually get a notepad or go on Google Docs or something and write down what you want your model to look like, what you want her to be interested in, anything unique about her. The thing is about this business, the majority of the people who come in usually go for a blonde woman who's got nice assets, she looks nice, and all just the usual stuff, right? And this doesn't work anymore simply because it's been overdone, right? Everyone who comes into this business thinks, oh, right, I might as well just do a blonde woman because everyone loves blonde women. But no, you can't do that because it's oversaturated, right? There's millions of blonde women out there who's got big tits and a nice ass, so it no longer works anymore. So you have to think outside the box. When you're niching down and when you're profiling your model, you need to think what's going to make her stand out from the crowd. Is it that she's going to have some funny looking hair? Is she going to have split dyed eyes where it's one green and one black? Is her personality going to be that she's interested in cars, or is it going to be something else unique, right? This is an incredibly important step, but you don't want to overthink it. You can get ChatGPT to give you the 25 most unique niches for AI models and OnlyFans models, right? So you just want to figure something what's going to really make your model stand out amongst the crowd, whether that means that she's got dwarfism, maybe she is 7 foot tall, maybe she's incredibly rich and she's always on yachts. There's many ways to do it, just thinking about the looks of them, right? Personality is a whole different thing, right? You can make her personality that she is a snobby rich girl like I see it. Maybe she enjoys F1 racing cars, maybe she enjoys playing football or soccer. There's many ways to niche down your model and actually make her unique. So you just need your girl to stand out to a specific group of people. So say for instance, it is F1 car girls. You want her to stand out to this group of people who love F1 and cars and all that things, right? And you can apply this to your own interests, right? So say you're interested in chess. Make her a chess player who loves following up on Magnus Carlsen and a bunch of other players, or maybe you're into video games. Make her a gamer. So that means you can actually you have knowledge on the niche already, so it's pretty simple for you to actually niche it down and you don't have to make up a fake personality. So once you've niched down your model and you've figured out what you want her to actually look like, it's time to get onto the generation process, which is step 2. In this video, I'm not going to teach you and actually go over the technical side of generating your model, but I'm going to give you a guidance on what generators you can use, how to get the best quality, and just the basic stuff what will actually help you get started, right? So the thing we like to use is called Comfy UI, simply because it is the best AI generator possible. I recommend you going in certain Telegram groups or on YouTube and just figuring out guides on Comfy UI and how to generate it and use it, right? I do have a free Telegram in the description which you can actually get knowledge from people in there. There's loads of Comfy UI users who use the best AI models, that know a lot about it, so I would recommend you join that. So essentially in this generator, you are going to bring your character to life and you're actually going to figure someone who you like based off the persona what you made in the first step, right? And you're going to bring her to life through prompts. So basically, once you get on these generators, doesn't matter what generator you use, but for the instance, Comfy UI. Once you get on there, you're going to type in a prompt what resembles what you wanted. So say it was a football girl with black hair and green eyes. You type in a photo of a girl who's got black hair, green eyes, and she's wearing a football jersey. She's wearing a football top on a football field, right? And it's going to give you a base image of what you want your model to look like. And you can generate unlimited images until you find one what actually suits what you like. And that's going to be your character brought to life. That's the first image you've got of your character. So there is multiple generators what you can do on this. Some are easy, some are hard. But the thing is, what you've got to understand is that you aren't going to be perfect at this on day one. So like I see it, watch a bunch of videos on YouTube, learn about Comfy UI, Flux, SDXL. These are all models. Just type these words into YouTube and you'll figure out what all these actually mean. And another thing you have to figure out is how to get your character consistency, because that is key. Once you have your base image of your character, you've got to figure out how can you make repeating images of her and keep her consistency of her face, her body, and just overall different things about her. So step 3, once you have your model, you've figured out consistency and you've worked the platform a bit, it's time to actually generate your images. And these images are going to go on Instagram, other social media platforms, in a website called FanView, which is what we use to monetize our audience. And it's literally just OnlyFans, but for AI models. But what you want to do is generate between 30 to 40 images to begin with, right? And you want them to be a mix of safe for work, so just stuff what you can put on Instagram, and stuff what's not so safe for work, like lingerie pictures and just more revealing stuff, so you can put them on FanView, which is the OnlyFans. You are best off doing this one at a time. So for instance, do Instagram pictures, do the first 20 for Instagram, then you move over to FanView pictures, which will be more exclusive, more NSFW, and it's just easier to actually categorize your stuff just so you don't get mixed up and post the wrong thing on the wrong platform. So once you have your pictures generated, it's actually time to move over to the marketing, which is arguably one of the most important parts, because if you don't have marketing, that means you're not going to make money and all them images you generated are going to go to waste. So once you've got your images, open up a few social media accounts and you've got to choose what you actually want to market on, right? You may have marketing experience from past side hustles you've done. Maybe you're in normal OnlyFans, so this is all going to be a breeze for you, but you need to pick what social media you want to market on based on your knowledge and what you think is going to succeed the most. What I recommend for beginners is simply using Instagram, because it's the easiest and it's the most basic platform out there, and it's anyone can do well on it. So for the sake of this video, open up an Instagram account under your model's name, change her profile picture, and every single day post a picture of your AI model. You're going to build out the account slowly over the first few days. Just, make the account look nice, make it look like a real girl, and make it actually stand out to the crowd. I'm not going to give an in-depth marketing guide on how to warm up the account and what to do and all that stuff. It's just going to be a bare bones thing, right? But basically, go onto YouTube, figure out Instagram marketing, Twitter marketing, Reddit, whatever you choose. Just try learn these to the best of your ability, as it's going to be the most important part of AIOFM. On a lot of these platforms, you are going to want to post videos. So for instance, Instagram, you're going to want to post reels, as they get the best views, they get the most attraction, and they portray your model the best out there. So to make reels, we use something called Kling AI, which is usually, it's more or less the easiest and the best image to video generator available right now. So that's what we like to use, simply because it is the best and it's easy to use, it's easy to navigate, and it's very cheap. So I would recommend you checking that out as well, so you can post reels on Instagram. But basically, you want to make your FanView account, obviously underneath your model's name, put in a nice profile picture, a nice banner, a nice bio, and just all these things. Just make the account look nice. Once again, there is guides on YouTube for all of this stuff. I'm just giving a brief overview of it, right? But once again, you want to post as many pictures on the FanView as possible, right? You don't want them to be fully NSFW though, right? You want them to be lingerie and slightly more exclusive than Instagram, because if you put full NSFW on there, it's not good for the account. So once you have all your images actually set up on the FanView and your FanView looks nice, it's time to start funneling your audience over to FanView from your social medias, right? And on Instagram, you can't just put a FanView or an 18+ link in your bio, as it risks your account getting shadow banned. So what we like to do is use something called a landing page, something like Linktree, something like Beacons, something like Get All My Links. It's up to you to choose. Go on Telegram and figure out which one is the best, but a very basic one for you to use is beacons.ai, which we use personally sometimes, and it's just the most beginner friendly one, but still is going to help you actually get your audience over there. But set up your landing page, put the FanView in the landing page, and put the link in your Instagram bio, and this is how your audience is actually going to find your FanView, right? And to maximize your conversions, you want to put up Instagram stories every single day. You want to have your link on the account 24/7, posting in the stories, in the bio, just as many ways to convert your audience as possible to give you the best chance at them subscribing. So once you actually have your audience subscribing and you are actually making subscribers on the account, that's not the main way you're going to make income, right? When it comes to actually the platform of FanView, subscribers will make up like 10% of the funds what you will make on the account, right? And the majority of the money will be made through chatting and receiving tips and selling pay-per-view, right? So you need to start chatting to these fans, you need to start talking to these men who's coming on the account and building connections with them, right? And once you build connections, you can sell them pay-per-view posts, which includes nudity and just other aspects of, stuff what you would sell on OnlyFans/FanView. So you want to do all of this because this is where the majority of your income is going to come from. Usually on an account, it's usually between 70 to 80% of the income is made through chatting. So finally, once you are making money with AIOFM, it's literally just time to scale, which means opening up more social media accounts, starting more models, and getting more subscribers to the accounts, right? That's the entire of AIOFM explained very basically, right? Like I say, watch a bunch of YouTube videos on the topics what I have spoke on, and you will learn it very quickly. You will pick it up very easy. And don't forget to join the free Telegram down below. It's completely free and it's got over 2,000 members in it. So it's a good place for you to network and actually find people who are willing to trade knowledge on AIOFM. Please subscribe if you did enjoy the video and make sure to check out my channel for more information on AIOFM. I have a year's worth of content of all my mistakes, all my lessons, all my goals on there, what you can take advantage of and use them for yourself.